What's up, agents? It's Chastin J Miles, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately revolving around being a part-time real estate agent. So I'm going to answer that in this video. So like I said, a lot of people have been sending me messages on here. They've been sending me DMs on Instagram and on Facebook, all telling me elaborate plans, spilling out their schedules and what you have going on in life. But at the end of the messages, the question is always, do you think that I can make it as a part-time real estate agent? And so what I'm gonna say is, just once and for all, yes, you can make it, but I'm gonna pivot and tell you it's not very sustainable. And I'm gonna tell you why. When I actually started in real estate, I started a little part-time. I had another gig that I was doing, and it really proved to be not very sustainable. What I mean by sustainable is you just can't do it for the long term. There are people who really want to see big success in this business, and then there are some people who just want to make a little extra money on the side, treat it as a hobby, may close 1 or 2 deals a year. And so if you're the one that really wants to see that big success in this business, you're gonna want to be full-time as much as possible. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and quit your job today, but I am telling you you're gonna want to be full-time. And here's why. It's all really centered around money. Let's say, for instance, that your goal that you need to make from real estate is going to be $100,000. In order for you to make $100,000, it's going to require you to do a certain amount of transactions. It's going to require you to put in a certain number of hours to get those deals. It's going to require so much that will almost be impossible if you have another job. Now, when I'm saying another job, I'm speaking to those people who kind of have that daytime 9 to 5, 8 to 4:30 job. And here's why it's extremely difficult to do that when you have that type of schedule. A lot of things that happen in real estate when you are working on a deal, such as the banks, such as closings, title companies, attorneys, a lot of those operate on the same hours. And so if you are locked in a job to where you can't really make phone calls, you can't go and attend closings, you can't meet clients, you can't really do what it takes unless you're given like advance notice, it's going to be extremely difficult for you. Now, when I was working part-time, I was working a retail job, and so literally what I was doing was, if I had to work in the evening, then I was in the office all day and then going to work after that. Or if I had to work in the morning, I was leaving work once I got off in the afternoon and going to the office. When we talk about money, here's how this breaks down. You have your amount of money that you want to pocket at the end of the year. In addition to that, we have this number known as GCI. So what GCI is, it's your gross commission income. So this is the commissioned income before taken out of your splits for your firm, before your fees, all that kind of stuff. So even though your number for $100,000 that you want in your pocket is one number, your gross commission income is going to be a lot higher. In addition to that gross commission income, it's how many properties do you have to sell to get that type of commission. When you take that, it comes down to how many appointments you have to go on, how many listings you have to take, how many buyers you have to sign, and ultimately at the end of the day, how many calls you have to make to convert that. One rule of thumb is people kind of typically have a conversion ratio of 65 to 80% when it comes to buyers and sellers, and those are people who they take from first contact onto a closing. So if you need to sell $5 million in real estate to get your 6-figure income, think about how many people that's going to take you talking to. Think about how many appointments you're gonna have to go on. Think about how many listings and buyers you're gonna have to take. Not only take them, but service them. So hold the homes open, do all the marketing, getting people in the door, going on tours. All of those things are gonna be attached to that dollar amount. So if you're stuck in a job all day, and when you get off, everybody else is getting off and just wants to go home, how do you think that that's going to reflect in your business? how are you actually going to have time to do what it takes to have that income to replace what you're getting at your job? That's what I really want you to think about, because it's not so much about, can I make the money? Yes, you can make the money, but it's how you're gonna make that money with you having another job. It's almost like you're locked in a cell all day and you can't really talk to anybody. You're just focused on that one job for this company, and then when you get off, you may be tired, you may not want to work, you may have other things going on in your life. That's going to take a toll on your business. That's going to affect that number at the end of the day that you're trying to hit. I'm not saying that you're going to be lazy, but what I'm saying is, in order for you to be a part-time real estate agent, you have to do the same things that someone who's full-time has to do. So think about that. If you're working for somebody else for 8 hours and you still have to put in the same amount of effort, the same timing, the same everything as someone who's running a full-time real estate business, think about how that's going to affect you as a person, and if you're capable of doing that. If not, then that's kind of answered your question. Just because you have another job doesn't mean the job is easier, doesn't mean the real estate business is going to be easier on you. You have to put in double work, because now you have to work around another schedule, you have to work around all these client schedules and just hope that they would work with you because you're unavailable all day, or you have to give an advance notice if you want to meet with them during the day. Like, all of these factors have to come into play when you're deciding about this part-time thing. What I see most people do is they run a part-time real estate business, but they also only make part-time money. Unfortunately, a lot of people want to make full-time money in real estate, but you just simply can't. So that's what I mean when I say it's not sustainable, because you're going to realize that you're not making the money that you want to make. And the reason is because you're stuck in this job all day. Now, whatever your reasons are for wanting to work the job, is purely your reasons. It can be financial, it can be healthcare, it can be benefits, whatever it is, it's your reasons. In this video, I just wanted to answer the question of if it was possible and give you insight as to how it would work out for you. So to sum it all up, yes, it's possible. No, you don't get any breaks, and as a matter of fact, it's probably going to be harder for you. It's going to take up more of your time. It's going to be more taxing, because you have to put in the same amount of effort as someone who's full-time, except you have to work around another job, around another boss, around all these clients who may not be available when you're available. You have to work all those factors into your real estate business and hope that you get the same results as someone who's full-time. Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts on working part-time, and if you can see yourself working as a part-time real estate agent. Till next time, I'm Chastin J. Miles, and I will talk to you soon.